picture to campus security anyway. Maybe that'll teach Josh a lesson. Though, there's a really cute guy at Josh's frat, and Josh has said he'll do anything if I delete the picture, so maybe I'll ask Josh to make that guy break up with his girlfriend and start hooking up with me instead. That would be pretty worth it. Edit. Josh just roped Abby again. I'm definitely reporting them now. And that cute guy too. This frat bro
That's not how she's supposed to do it.
Oh, y'all was listening to it? I forgot.
Yes.
Cool territory.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw you in this buff nick over here.
Mostly from when I'm getting the story. I thought he was Griffin. And then he was Griffin. And got exposed. And now it's been a baby because he got exposed.
Right, bro, you shouldn't have. Wait, why was y'all even doing the white substance anyway? like, bro, like, what's the reason?
They're white.
You're right. So yesterday I see a hot air balloon in person. Alright, let's fight him again. Oh my god, he got the range.
You gotta watch.
Let's get some distance. I don't even know what I get from him.
EET that I couldn't pull a guy.
Next story.
In the hospital, I had police there and was told that the guy robbing my apartment was dead. My headbutts broke his skull and internally bled out in his brain. My heart sank.
Oh
You're
shit.
choosing to not let me nut? When I woke up in the...
Bro, where's part 2? I mean, W man, like, he tried to rob your crib and you just headbutt him to death. Like, do I feel bad? No.
When I woke up in the... You're choosing to not let me nut? Will you? My fiancé Noah used to be a literal god in bed. I've never met anyone in my life who could make me CM as fast and as consistently as Noah. He was a literal king. And he dated for hours on some nights in the best way possible.
Huh? Well, listening to Reddit stories and apparently Elden Ring suffering.
Elden Ring easy, bro. Just get good.
Sure. You know, like, I need to hurry up and get Ultimate back so I can play Mortal Shell and then beat that boss.
Mortal Shell. No thanks.
Tyrese know what I'm talking about.
Huh?
No, I know what Mortal Shell is.
No, I'm talking about the boss I'm stuck on, that ice boss.
Yeah, speaking of which, I played Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh, come on,
You got it?
Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got me. Oh.
Glorious.
You know what, Kevin? Kill yourself.
Alright, so let me just break it down. My guy Liu Kang, first thing he does when he gets in, automatically starts running here.
That's what we cared about Liu Kang.
What he said.
I don't know about y'all, but I hate Liu Kang.
I don't know about hate, but okay.
You always think I'm playing, bro. What's going on? Oh, he's so annoying. I know everybody be like, oh, Raiden's so annoying. At the end of the day, though, Liu Kang was always the bro, stop with this madness. Like, shut up, bro.
Bro, I want this
Be
madness.
your guy. And that's that.
So apparently you can't. I mean, not Liu Kang. Raiden and the katana are thing now.
In that universe.
Was it here? Let's go fight this tree. Oh, I beat the tree sentinel.
Good for you.
And a
You still,
and
you
a
still haven't fought the second boss.
Hey, leave me alone. I'm not a tryhard like you.
Better not be a tryhard, which suck.
It's my first Souls games ever.
And that's you problem.
Exactly.
Alright, now I'm gonna.
Oh, alright, Kevin. That man going through it.
What you mean?
Having a bait shit? I know that's terrible.
Oh, yeah, we all know he's going. No, don't fight, doggos. Don't you attack my dogs. Fucking bitch. Anyway, come on, doggos. We fighting him. Oh God! God, run, run!
Changed on the night he proposed to me. And, like, the proposal was fantastic. All our friends were there. It was super romantic. And the ring is literally what I selected, without realizing it. So I thought that I was in for the best intimacy of my life then.
Who you talking to?
But holy crap, when we slept together, it was suddenly ridiculously boring. Noah was vanilla and tame, and honestly, the intimacy was mid. I thought that Noah was just trying to be sweet or something, but it's been a full month since our engagement, and every single time we've had intimacy, Noah refuses to do any of the kinky stuff we used to. Like, we have a whole arsenal of toys, and he knows for a fact that this one toy in particular, the flamingo from Lover's Falls he bought me for my birthday, can make me CM faster than anything. It's genuinely insane. It's like Lover's Falls freaking cracked my baby's DNA code or whatever. Months back, that toy changed everything for me. Now, you can touch it, even after.
Done.
You fighting Dante now?
Oh man, just let me keep fisting. There we go.
Oh my God! Oh my God! This thing nearly killed me. Smack life, big fella.
I think I was going to kill them with them zombies.
You thought? They're twin brothers, bro. If he was hard. I hate this nigga! Bro, he spam magic and then I get caught, bro. Bitch, he was almost dead, chat.
Fighting.
I lost.
A random mini boss. By the small trees. Small glowing trees.
Explicitly asked him too. I finally sat down with him yesterday and told me that, well, I loved him, but our intimacy life was not doing it for me. As in, the last few times we did it, I didn't even see him. And you know what Noah told me? He said that he preferred it this way.
Oh, that
Apparently,
one.
now that we're engaged, he views me differently and can't bring himself to do any of the kinky stuff that I love. He won't even use the flamingo on me after I beg for it. I asked Noah what the HLL I was supposed to do when we slept
Look
together
at
now,
Bloodhound.
since most of the time I'm being left
He's
unsatisfied, and the guy had the audacity to
Bloodhound.
tell me to use my
The
flamingo
Bloodhound
myself.
weapon?
But, like, I'm marrying this guy, specifically so that we can do things together. And now,
I got a helper. I'm just trying to get my money up so I can level up my strength because I want to use guts right now.
On this one that I'm using, I have
And
43
yeah,
strings.
trigger.
You said you got what?
43 strings.
Oh.
You said 43?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
on this build.
Like he was almost dead. Okay, but alright. Let's go.
I need to go get
Come on, doggos.
this.
My weapon did 270 some damage. And he nearly one-timed me. I swear to God, I swear to God.
You need to start moving.
He hit me on my horse.
Like, no, I'm saying we're that. We need to start rolling.
Come on. Bring it back. Bring it back. That's all. I was not even paying attention. I was trying to get my sword back. And he got, you know.
considering leaving him for our intimacy life. Have any of you ever experienced a man treating you differently just because you're engaged? How the HLL did you talk sense into your guy? Or are Noah and I just over? Please help. I miss my intimacy god. You're choosing to not let me nut? I'm leaving you. My fiancé Noah used to be a little... What was the nastiest thing you have ever done? I used to attend a gym and quickly developed a crush on a beautiful girl. We're going to call this girl L. This girl was fairly tall, had fair skin, beautiful curly blonde hair, and had the best figure in the gym. She was always playful and had a vibrant personality. Every guy tried to talk to her, but they were all rejected. I tried making small talk, but it never went any further than a simple hello. This was around the time I began fantasizing about stalkers. A few months into obsessing over her, I could not take it. I went online and found some sketchy websites. Other
Send
stalkers
double
talking
trigger?
about their experiences. I
Yep.
wanted to ask them,
I never fought Dante, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, he can just use the double trigger in the second fight.
Oh, that's a no.
Yeah, you fight him once, and then they spar off again, and send double trigger, and now I'm fighting him again. And he's harder!
I know. I fought Virgil. Is he harder than Virgil?
Dante has more stuff to use than so I wouldn't say it's harder, but it's definitely challenging. Because he has more stuff to use. I just pulled it. Now he has to no trigger again.
It's just going on it so much.
Yep.
This is way easier than you think.
Yeah, I know. I beat him before. I beat it. Okay. I beat it before on a separate, on a different tree. I don't know what it is.
He probably has more
More damage.
health and damage.
I need to activate it here.
Go for it. Do you fight him with Nero? Oh. I'll come back to this one.
Alright, I beat him. Jesus.
Let's go fight this dragon.
Little by little, I found out information about her, about where she lives, where she studies, what she studies, her hobbies outside the gym. And the more I knew, the more I loved. I found out about her little quirks, her hobbies. I would stay up all night
he was a
browsing her social
stalker.
media, trying to figure out where she would be. I would watch her as she entered the gym and would make sure to be there when she leaves too. Eventually, I found out that she was going on holiday in Paris with her mother. Through my discoveries, I found out her dad left and their house was vacant. The night they left, I broke in. I picked the lock. Luckily for me, there were no security alarms. I snooped through her room, found her clothes, her unwashed ones too, and stashed them to use for my own pleasure. I left. I came back the next day, and the day after, collecting more items. I would use her toothbrush and imitate being her. I wanted her more than life itself. I even succumbed to the urge of licking the ends of her adult toys. I would go through her bins. I found used tissues and admired them. They looked so divine. I found her nail polish and daydreamed about how pretty she looks getting a manicure and pedicure. I could not hold it anymore. I sat on her bed and rubbed one out there and then, but not before lightly staining the bed sheets with my fluids. I realized I had messed up and used my best to clean it out. I was able to do so successfully. I kept doing this until the day they returned. To my great disappointment, when I came by on night number 6, the car was there. I decided I had done enough damage and never went back, but I still keep all the items I took. They are my prized possessions. I see her in the gym, doing her exercises, completely unaware of me, and it brings me joy, as I can love her from a distance, and that is enough for me. What was the nastiest thing you've ever done?
Bro, that's not nasty, bro. You are a stalker, bro.
Beautiful girl. We're going to call this girl up. My fiance asked for an open marriage, so we'll call off the wedding. 2 weeks ago, we were 2 weeks away from getting married. She asked me to go to therapy with her. She was already seeing a therapist on her own, and wanted me to go with her and have a talk before the wedding, where we could be completely honest with one another. That sounded a little weird to me. I thought we were already completely honest with one another. After all, we were getting married in 2 weeks, right? Also, she was super protective about her therapy sessions. Didn't really talk about them. I have never met her therapist, so to be invited there all of a sudden seemed a little out of place to me. The day comes, and I go there, but out of self-preservation, I had my phone open and recording any audio. My fiancée was already there. I had to wait 20 minutes before I was invited in. The therapist greets me and shakes my hand. We have small talk. She tells me I am not at all the way my fiancé described me. I think she is trying to compliment me. Then she looks at my fiancé and tells her this may be harder than we thought. That absolutely weirded me out. but I am a calm and collected individual, and I don't react. Just kept that dumb smile on my face we all have in awkward situations. So the therapist starts talking. Has a small speech I don't care to repeat. My fiancé takes my hand as the therapist starts telling me that we live in a modern world, and that my fiancé wants us to have a non-conventional marriage moving forward. I smile. I am not sure what the hell that means. Through my mind I am thinking she wants to talk how she will not be a slave to her husband. She will not sacrifice her work life, etc. Modern woman and girl power and all that. No. She is actually talking about how once we get married, she wants to be free to sleep with other men. The other non-traditional type of marriage. I forgot it's 2018, but she loves me a lot. Will not be comfortable with me having the same benefits. Because she
Bro, if I ever in a relationship and she's about, I wanna have an open relationship, I'm like,
No, relationship, yeah, I want to be out of this relationship.
you know, I wanna be open relationship, I'm looking at you like, bitch, please. If I can have you, nobody can. I'm just listen, oh. Like, I already had this bitch. I'll be damned.
heartbroken knowing that I find other women attractive. One of them. Sacrifice her work life, etc. Modern woman and girl power and all that. She is actually talking about how once we get married, she wants to be free to sleep with other men. The traditional type of marriage. I forgot it's 2018. She loves me a lot, and would not be comfortable with me having the same benefits, because she would be too heartbroken knowing that I find other women attractive and that one of them could steal me from her. So, I let them finish talking. They were very fluent, and they got more confident talking, probably empowered by my lack of reaction, and because I wasn't saying anything. This was definitely something they have rehearsed. I then asked the therapist if she is licensed. This, by her reaction, was not what she expected to be the first thing coming out of my mouth. She said yes, so I told her to explain to my fiancé why we will not be getting married anymore, and why we will not continue being a couple starting immediately. I wished them good luck, and left the office. Now, I want to report the therapist. I am not sure if I have to report her to the clinic, or is there a board that supervises therapists? My fiancé asked for an open marriage, so Elle called off the wedding. 2 weeks
Just
ago,
W man for
2 weeks
calling
was
off the wedding and
the
everything.
most insane stuff you've witnessed a teacher try to pull. My English teacher tried to fail half the class after losing our papers, so I helped her retire early. I had an English teacher named Mrs. Smith. She liked to refer to herself as Dr. Smith, despite not having a doctorate, and was a mean old bat that hated anything and everything. She was ugly inside and out. To give a mental image of what she looks like, her face sagged so much it looked like she had a perpetual stroke. She had about 2 feet in between her eyebrows and her eyes. Imagine Ursula and Cruella de Vil had a child, and then that child had a baby with the devil. You get Mrs. Smith. None of the other English teachers liked her. There was nothing that they nor the administration could do due to her tenure. That is, until I became her student. Her teaching style included, but was not limited to, yelling at students, putting them down with petty insults, having us read to ourselves in the middle of class, and kicking out students that were dozing off, then later falling asleep herself at her desk. She wouldn't let female students go to the restroom for very obvious reasons, and would lose students' work, then accuse the students of not turning their work in. This last part is what crossed the line for me. You see, I wasn't a grade A student and I sucked at English, so I always played my cards right and made friends with everyone. Students and teachers included. So when I struggled and couldn't do something on my own, I let my charm save me and cashed out on my months of being nice to everyone. However, no one could be friends with Mrs. Smith. I tried being polite. I was met with rudeness. I tried asking her how her morning was. I was met with silence and dead stares. I tried asking how I could improve my writing skills, but she told me that she wasn't willing to help. In the first week of class, I knew I had met my match. So halfway through the semester, we're working on a big research paper. However, the day after the due date, Mrs. Smith had to go up to Illinois for some family issues for 2 weeks. Mind you, we turned in our papers both in hand and on Turnitin.com for plagiarism checking. No biggie. We won't get our grades back for a while, but at least we won't have to deal with her BS. Or so we thought. A few days after she got back, only about half of the students got their papers back. The other half, including myself, were sitting there staring and waiting, thinking that she was going to go back to her desk and pull out the remaining papers to return to her students. But no, she told us to take out our textbooks and start reading Beowulf. Some students, including myself, didn't receive their papers timely and tried to inquire about our papers. She
Shut
said,
up, bitch.
"You
She
should
said
turn
you
them
can
in when they were
speak
due."
to me.
So, we respond with we did. Of course, she denies it, and within a few days, our grades drop immensely. At the end of the grading period, our report cards show a big fat F for English. Everyone was livid. The worst part was that if you got anything below a C, you were to be moved to lower level English at the end of the semester. Between the zero from the paper that carried almost half of our grade and only a few weeks remaining in the semester, almost half of the class was doomed to fail out. Now, most of the students were happy with having to leave the class. There was
Alright.
not much they could do. I was careful. The teaching methods I mentioned above, Mrs. Smith thought that because we were in a classroom with no cameras, her behavior wasn't being recorded. She was dead wrong. From the second week on, I started recording audio on my phone every day from the moment I walked into the class to the moment I left. Every day. I caught every single one of her personal attacks of students on tape. When she fell asleep, I pulled out my phone and recorded her. My pleas for help to improve and her refusal to help weren't left out either. Every day, I would go home and I would keep the good parts. And every day, my collection of dirt on her grew. How I said I used Turnitin.com as well as paper? I had coordinated with all of the other students who were going to fail to screenshot all of their Turnitin receipts and send them to me as proof that they turned in their work. When she decided to fail me for her mistake, she unleashed hell on herself. I went straight to the administration and scheduled a parent-teacher admin conference. A week later, my parents, the principal, the school counselor, the head of the English department, and Mrs. Smith were all present. I started with how she had lost half of the class's work and most of us failed because of it. She denied it and again accused us of turning in our work late as well as cheating and a bunch of other BS and lies. I remained calm and just pulled out a folder that contained all of the screenshots from my backpack and handed it to the principal. He then passed it to the head of the English department who then asked Mrs. Smith to explain it. She instantly turned red in the face and started stuttering. Before she could get any words out, I said, "That's not all. Listen to this." I pulled out my phone and started playing back the season highlights from the semester. All the while, I'm staring dead into Mrs. Smith's eyes while trying to hold back a grin. The suspense in the room would have killed Jason Statham. After the audio finished, the principal looked at me and said, "I think we've seen enough," and asked me to leave. I sat outside of the conference room, savoring the muffled yelling through the walls. I'm pretty sure I heard my dad utter the words "filthy piece of crap," but I don't want to point fingers. The teacher conference was on a Friday. I walked into class the following Monday to see an empty desk and a substitute teacher we all recognized and loved. Overall, I rate the experience
Holy,
in
hold
10
up.
tenths. We'll document everything again. Students, what is the most insane stunt you witnessed a teacher try to pull? My English teacher tried to fail half the class after losing her papers, so I helped her retire early. I had an English teacher named Mrs. Smith. She liked to refer to herself as Dr. Smith, despite not having a doctorate and was a mean old man who hated anything. My little brother has no idea what I slipped in his drink. I'm afraid that if I tell him it might destroy him, he might kill me. Some months ago, my brother and I got our blood test results. Everything was looking good up until I saw our testosterone levels. Mine wasn't one to worry about, it was his. It was extremely low, way too low, which is something that I completely expected, but I just knew knowing this would destroy him. Having lower testosterone levels is something that runs in our family. Fortunately, I wasn't given that by our father, but rather it was my younger brother. Our father was abusive. I can only assume that he had lower levels and probably went crazy trying to feel more like a man. I still remember all the pills and supplements he used to take and the raw eggs that he ate in the morning. He was obsessed. He built himself a gym outside the house. He took out a lot of his frustrations on us, especially on my younger brother because he wanted to be like my father and fit like him, but our father said that he needed to stay inside and learn how to cook and whatnot. Before I reached 16, I worked 800 odd jobs trying to stack enough cash so I could legally emancipate myself from him and move out. At some point, he got into a couple bar fights and got himself arrested, so I became my little brother's legal guardian. I could tell that he was raised with an unhealthy idea of gym culture and masculinity. The testosterone isn't what makes a man at all, but I could tell that the way he carried himself was getting to him and he wasn't comfortable with who he was. He would come home and try to hide the fact that he was crying from playing baseball with his friends. They used to always grab his man breasts because they kept growing and asked why they were so big and he needed to join softball. He'd wear hoodies no matter how hot it was outside as long as it meant people couldn't see his body. He wore those for days without washing them. At some point I decided it was time to get in the
What
gym.
the heck did I just
He
hear?
expressed interest before.
I don't know. Screen. How much runs? I got 2K runs.
But was afraid to go because of the trauma our father instilled in him. I agreed to go with him 4 times a week to ease in, 5 times a week. We went early morning before school around 4 and I'd make us pre-workout drinks beforehand. We were pretty consistent for the first 3 months, but he started getting discouraged that he wasn't building much muscle and his breasts stayed the same. I knew that this was a lot more difficult for him than it would have been for me, so I opted for Kingmaker since I had already seen a couple of TikTok videos about it and secretly put it in his pre-workout before our morning sessions with hopes it could help a little with his testosterone. Over time, there were actual miraculous results. He would show me the progress pictures he'd been taking, and he was slowly moving out of his hoodie phase. He started feeling more confident, and talking to girls. I could tell how much happier he was feeling. He was finally feeling like a man, he told me. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to be surprising him with his set of hormone pills so he can finally properly begin his transition. My little brother has no idea what I slipped in his drink. I'm afraid that if I tell him it might destroy him, he might kill me.
Nigga, what? Bro, you made me think it's a nigga that whole time. No, it's a girl, bro. What the fuck? Of course you gonna struggle, bro. Let me stop at the round table.
Everything was looking good. Men of Reddit, have you ever recognized anyone while scrolling? Men of Reddit, have you ever recognized anyone while scrolling on the hub? So one night I'm in my bed and I'm just scrolling on the hub to find the perfect video. I finally get to page 46 and I finally found a video that I thought looked pretty nice. The thumbnail was pretty intriguing and I was eager to see what the vid was all about. It was one of those videos where the woman hides her face. So people don't know she films adult videos. I've always been into the type of videos where the woman hides her identity because I just find it more mysterious. But I was around 1 minute into the video and something just felt completely off. I felt like I knew this woman, but I couldn't confirm if I knew her or not because her face wasn't
To
showing.
our duties shared, we are now comrades in arms. I think you've earned this. The power of the Golden Order to aid the hunt of those who live in death.
Greetings. Are you here for spirit tuning?
I started doing some digging and I went on her page and I started going through all of her videos and all of her
It's all
videos.
the same.
The dudes were playing different jobs like
your
Johnny
own,
says. I saw a video where a guy was a mechanic. Another video he was a doctor and another video where the guy was a plumber. After further investigations, I came to the conclusion that this was my English professor and I 100% knew it was her to give some backstory. I'm currently a junior in college and I'm majoring in English. I'm currently taking a writing class and I have a professor who's a 5'2" blonde with a perfect tan. She always wears the same.
Oh, bro, imagine find out that your teacher is on the hub. Bro, what?
I don't even know how that hit me, but okay.
You're like, I ain't gonna lie. If I found out in that class, I'm passing. I don't even have to show up. She gonna mark me as. I'm like, listen here, teach. So can I get an A? She's like, no. I'm like, can I get an A? She's like, what? I'm like, this you? I wonder if I talk to the principal, how would he feel about it? He's like, oh, y'all may,
Blackmail.
yes, yeah. Y'all may think I'm wrong for that, but if I'm failing the class, and I instantly get brought up to 100, they're like, damn, what you been doing? I'm like, good job, teach. Good job. I could go to jail though. Only she say something. What she won't, cause soon she say something, everybody found out that she's a star. It's a win-win, right? Win-win. I get the grade I want. She get to stay a teacher.
This is a rare occasion. I can't remember the last time a new tarnished made their way to the round table. Very well. As your senior, I bid you welcome. It is safe here. You may let down your guard.
Yeah, I say that, but when I first got here, I got jumped. Okay. Let's go fight this dragon. This whole area I need to go explore.
Exact bracelet to class every day, and she has a butterfly tattoo on the back of her arm. Believe it or not, the woman in the videos had the same bracelet and tattoo. My professor has even the tan matched as well. I even started watching through all of her videos again to hear her voice, and it sounded very similar to my professor. I just knew it was her. I was so stunned but amazed at the same time.
I was so stunned, I get an A.
One who knew her secret life outside of work. She had a Snapchat connected to her hub page, so I decided to add it on her story. I saw that she was looking to record a video with a fan in the area. I swiped up on her story and decided to. Man, I've read it. Have you ever recognized her?
You just sort of, how you doing, teacher? I got 2K on me. Let's do it right quick. No, no, no. Oh, shit, you scared me.
This horse, man. It just keeps throwing fireballs.
Scared the crap out of me, bro.
Yes, it's literally shooting fireballs out of Sting mouth. Sting horse. And the person that was like, that's riding the Sting horse is literally using lightning. So like, what am I supposed to do?
Scrolling on the hub. So one night I'm in. What is the most down bad thing you have done out of pure horniness? I found a glory hole. Now I'm straight, but I'm spending this Valentine's Day alone after my divorce, and I haven't had intimacy in almost a year. Divorce was finalized 4 months ago, while I've been really horny and lonely, so I decided to see if glory holes were real and not just a corn myth. After some scouring of the web, I found a supposed location of one in a local adult video store and a code phrase to access it, and apparently it was free and just for fun. I decided to take a shot with it because why the hell not? I went there and awkwardly said the code phrase to the cashier. She said, "Oh, right this way," and led me to their viewing booths. She opened the door to a booth that had a closed for maintenance sign on it. The room next to it had the same sign. I went in and she said, "Have fun." There was random glory hole corn playing on the TV in there and of course a hole in the wall. I was anxious and the thought of there being a dude freaked me out, so I didn't peek to see what was on the other side. As I unzipped, I saw a tongue come through the hole and wiggle around it. Someone was definitely there. I felt like I'd come too far and I was super horny.
Oh god, I didn't realize she was this close. bitch.
I went over and put my meat and balls through the hole, and almost immediately a hand grabbed me and started rubbing lube on me and stroking me. Eventually, after I got hard from their hands, they started sucking. Honestly, they gave me the best blow I've ever experienced. Eventually, after maybe 10 minutes, I knew I was going to bed. Apparently, the etiquette for this is you knock on the wall, so I knocked, and I felt their hands squeezing my balls, and my entire meat was swallowed as I came. They kept sucking for a long time, and I felt my eyes cross. Finally, they finished and kissed my tip, so I pulled back. After catching my breath and collecting myself dealing with the post-nut clarity and shame, I zipped up and left the room. On my way out, I saw the cashier again. She smiled, waved, and said, "Come again." On my way out, I saw a homeless man on the street with some white stuff all over his beard and a handful of money. What is the most down bad thing you have done out of pure horniness? I found a glory hole.
A homeless man. Oh, God. A homeless man did it, blew him, bro.
Huh?
He went to a glory hole, and it was a homeless man on the other end.
Okay.
How did it?
Divorce was finalized 4 months ago. What's the nuttiest thing you've ever done? My college girlfriend and I were very proactive when it came to being intimate with each other. However, she lived in a sorority which meant her dorm was always occupied. Instead, she would often come over to mine. The issue with this was that I still had a roommate. He was a total geek, obsessed with grades and trying to maintain a perfect GPA, which meant that he was almost always awake late, working on projects and homework. If I wanted to be intimate with my girlfriend while he was awake, I'd ask him to study for a little while downstairs in our lobby. He'd say yes, and that would be that. However, around halfway through my second semester, I noticed that my roommate began going to bed earlier and earlier. This meant that, since I couldn't ask my sleeping roommate to nap downstairs, my girlfriend and I had to try to find other places to be intimate, which really didn't work out. Finally, we both kind of just got fed up one night and decided to have a go at it while my roommate was still in the room, since he was sleeping and all. I did my best to keep things quiet and subtle. My roommate never said anything the next day, and he continued to sleep early.
I definitely didn't jump into that. Okay, so. I definitely rolled away, nigga. I definitely did.
So, I defeated him. Nah. I'm not the Elden.
Bro, that took way too long. Definitely does that, but okay.
Whoa, You're playing with that more HP.
Yeah, I know. I just got so many plates.
I'm down to 3.
Kill one.
Why are you running around it?
That's why.
Supposed to roll, not just run.
And I'm the only one left. Bro, he didn't hit me. Look how much money I got.
That's only 2K.
Fucking punk ass bitch.
Why you're not doing much damage with the sword? You're not two-handed.
Yeah, I know.
For some reason, it's not gonna do anything. They're gonna die like that. They're never gonna come back.
Fucking no help pieces of shit.
You know, every time you're not gonna have someone that's gonna help you, right?
Yeah.
You're afraid of them just to fight this, and there's even more monsters doing more damage and have more health.
Literally couldn't even... Okay.
And so, to make it more easier, use the dang ability.
You mean like a fire?
So,
No,
my
to my
girlfriend
dang
and I figured
Bloodhound's
this arrangement
ability.
sort of worked.
You mean to... Oh, the dash?
Yes.
Devote all power to flakes. How many flakes can you get? Like, what's the max number?
Around 12.
You said 400?
No, 12.
12.
We had a place to be intimate, and he wasn't being disturbed by us every night. It was like our naughty little secret that brought us even closer together, except that this secret was utterly ruined when my roommate nonchalantly mentioned to me that he had been staying so that he wouldn't have to hear my girlfriend echoing it. Apparently, he was awake every single time. He just chose not to comment on it. I guess my true naughtiest secret is that I just broke up with the girl and never told her. It was not worth all that. What's the naughtiest thing you've ever done?
Bro, why would you not... I would have told her.
Am I wrong for breaking up with a friend who invited my husband for a walk? Part one of two. I live in 6F, and my husband, 39F. Let's call him John, have a neighbor, 49F, who we befriended 3 years ago. Let's call her Amanda. She walks dogs for additional income really often.
Bro, right there. Oh God. Time to go. Oh, literally!
Run into her in the park near our house walking dogs. Her or I used to be the only two people texting each other. She...
All of my friends think my girlfriend is creepy. I, 22, started dating my girlfriend. Let's call her Alice, 21, 7 months ago. She was beautiful, smart, we shared a bunch of common interests. Long story short, we flirted for a few weeks before I finally asked her out, and we've been happily going out since. Now here comes the problem. About a month ago, my friends and I were planning to hang out, and I invited Alice. Mommy and Alice are from the same hometown we met during college, and a majority of our relationship has been during the school year. While we knew each other's college friends, we never met each other's hometown friends. I know that Alice has really bad social anxiety, so I was hesitant to invite her at first. But when I did ask, she seemed nervous but really excited. The party seemed to go really well. Alice was smiling and laughing the whole time and even got to go on a rant about a topic she really liked. When it was over, she even told me while I was taking her home how much she liked my friend's stuff. When I asked my friends what they thought of Alice, they all said she seemed nice. All except my best friend Ruben, 22 male. When I asked him, he told me that he hated her. I immediately questioned why, hoping it was them not mixing well, as I can acknowledge that Ruben and Alice are complete opposites when it comes to interests and personality. But Ruben told me he hated her because of how creepy she is, and I was better off dumping her. Now this threw me off, as I had never once considered Alice creepy. She's actually the cutest girl I'd ever met, and I've never felt more comfortable around someone as I do around her. Before I could even ask what he meant, he went off on a rant about how uncomfortable she made him and started citing stories I told him about her dates during college. Stuff like how she'd stare at me without saying anything and just enjoy looking at me, how she'd eat the same meals whenever we went to dinner, how jealous she was when a girl came up and flirted with me, since I love mysteries and true crime, both of which she could talk about for hours, but neither of which she actually talked about at the party. He said that while he wrote them off before, since they didn't seem to bother me, which they don't, but then after meeting her in person and seeing how weird and flighty she was, he can tell that she's a secret psycho and will end up either breaking my heart or physically hurting me. I tried to explain to him how weird it was, probably just because she was nervous about meeting him for the first time, but he insisted that we've had friends SOs have anxiety before, and it was that she was plain weird. I blew him off at first cause he sounded effing crazy. Alice isn't perfect, but she's far from creepy. But after 2 weeks of him telling me to dump her and me getting tired of telling him to drop it, I reached out to a few of our friends to prove him wrong, but to my surprise, they all agreed that Alice was creepy. Most of them said that the way she spoke really threw them off, which is fair since Alice can be weirdly formal sometimes, but I didn't notice her doing that at the party at all, and typically it's much more funny than unsettling. Most of my friends told me it wasn't enough to break up with her since they still genuinely found her sweet and fun to be around, but I did have one other friend say it was worth breaking up over, and he was just too embarrassed to tell me at first. I had no plans of breaking up with Alice because all the stuff they're calling creepy I find cute when she does, but are they right? Is it creepy she does that stuff? Should I talk to her about it? Should I just tell my friends to F off and ignore their concerns? I feel bad for even questioning about this, but with all my friends agreeing it's starting to gnaw at me, and I just need some clarification if it's actually creepy or if they're just being dramatic.
We don't
All
sound
my friends
creepy.
think my girlfriend.
Teachers, what is it like to have a crush on your student? I never thought I'd say this, but I had, and still have a crush on a 7th grader. I'm also 37 years old.
Bro,
married,
what?
And with quite a few kids of my own. I realized I got a crush half a year ago, while I myself was at a very low point in my life. It was extremely difficult for me to face this. I felt so guilty and wrong, but could do nothing with my emotions. I also could not tell anyone about it because I live in a small city. I got very depressed about my feelings. Not because I wanted them to be reciprocal, but because I felt something was wrong with me. How on earth could a grown woman be so smitten by such a boy? I mean, I knew his mom and I was pretty much the same age. Well, I was still in love. I never showed it though. We are a democratic school and have a very horizontal relationship with all of our students. We chat a lot online, we hang out during the breaks, and they tell us personal things. The student was also highly active, very energetic, and gave out lots of hugs, which made things worse. I was not actually intimately attracted and my attraction was not all the time there, but there were a lot of moments when I just loved being around him and felt like a very lucky 12-year-old girl. At one point I got so depressed that I realized I needed help, so I went to see a therapist. It was the best decision I made. I cried during my first session. She helped me accept the idea that having a crush or having emotions is totally fine. I am not defined by my feelings but by my actions. It took me half a year of therapy, panic attacks, a lot of sports, and writing poetry to feel a little better. Now, the student definitely likes me too. I didn't know about it until almost the end of the school year. He didn't tell me and would have never thought that he did like me. But his female friend hinted a few times very strongly at it. It was then that I realized that teachers, what is it like to have a crush on your student?
How did the cool kids from your high school turn out? Our class clown.
Alright, let's try this one last time. That's the tomfoolery I'm talking about. What just happened to me? I definitely rolled out of that. And I'm finna die. I'm dead. He hit me and pushed me into the lava. As soon as I stood up, I took damage.
Became a pastor, was granted parsonage, and now lives in a big house 2 blocks away from me. Am I the asshole for refusing to give up my apartment for my roommate's boyfriend?
Bro, what?
I'm a 28-year-old male, and I've been friends with my roommate, a 25 female, ever since we were babies. Our families were neighbors and we grew up together. She's like a little sister to me and has always been. After she graduated college, she moved to the same city I currently work in. And since she couldn't find an apartment close enough to where she worked, I told her she could live with me. We'd share bills and become roommates. We never really had problems or fights as we known each other for so long. However, recently, things taken a strange turn. She got involved with someone from her work. The guy seemed to be a nice guy. I only ever spoken to him 3 times as they usually keep to a room. But he was very friendly and honestly I was happy she found someone who seemed that nice. After a few months of their relationship, she sent me a text saying she needed to talk with me. I figured there might be something wrong with the apartment. It's not uncommon for things to break. But I was wrong. When I got home we started to talking. It's too long to write everything, so I'll just summarize. She told me that while she enjoyed living with me, her boyfriend was starting to get jealous of his woman living with another man. At first I raised an eyebrow but thought that this kind of thing isn't uncommon. Am I the asshole for refusing to give up my apartment for my roommate's boyfriend?
Why would you cut it off there, you fucking...
Follow-up to refusing to give up my apartment for my roommate's boyfriend. So I was like, oh, it's fine. Just let me know when you plan on leaving. It'll be too far to replace. Yes, I really love my place. It's close to the gym, to the grocery store, to pretty much everything. I'm not gonna just leave my place because of something so stupid as this. And I told her flat out that it wasn't going to happen. She got visibly upset and started to rant about me being an egoistical asshole, that I didn't have empathy to put myself in her shoes. This happened a few days ago, and she shut herself in her room, only ever leaving to go to work or to pick up her boyfriend, who became really unfriendly to me after that. Now, usually, I can be an asshole, but I don't think this was one of these times, so I thought I would ask for Retta's verdict. Am I really such an asshole? I didn't expect this to get this much attention. For those who have asked, her name isn't on the lease as I lived in the same place for 2 years before she moved in. Update, follow-up to refusing to give up my apartment. Am I the asshole for bluntly suggesting my cell seat therapy after her constant negative remarks about my child? My wife's 32 female younger sister, 24 female, who is currently in college nearby, had to stay with us temporarily after her previous lease ended. I 30 male must admit, I'm not particularly fond of her. She tends to be a bit bratty, but what really bothered me?
Me and you, big hun.
You know, the second bit is really much worse.
Yes. Bro. Oh, good thing he decided to use that move. Yeah, I was in one tap. Yep, second phase.
Second phase.
I'm here walking giant laser.
I'm telling you, when you do the second phase, always be underground.
Oh, what the? He killed what? He killed me.
Laser weapon.
Nah, how you know? What? He one tapped me.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to kill him.
It was a slow slam, but it was strong. He literally, if you didn't see him, he two-handed it.
Oh.
I'll go to him right now.
Hey, buddy. Like.
Me is how she behaves around our 10-month-old son. Whenever the topic of my child or kids in general comes up, she somehow manages to make it about her choice to remain child-free. For instance, when we announced our pregnancy to her family, everyone was thrilled except her. Her reaction was it disgusted you. That's so gross. She then proceeded to express her relief about never having to experience pregnancy. This put a damper on the moment, and unfortunately, her attitude didn't improve throughout my wife's pregnancy. After our son was born, she... Am I the asshole for bluntly suggesting my still seek therapy after her constant negative remarks about my child? My wife's 32 female younger sister, 24 female, who is currently in college nearby, had to stay with us temporarily after her previous lease ended. I 30 male must admit, I'm not particularly fond of her. She tends to be a bit bratty. But what really bothers me is how she behaves around our 10-month-old son. Whenever the topic of my child or kids in general comes up, she somehow manages to make it about her choice to remain child-free. For instance, when we announced our pregnancy to her family, everyone was thrilled except her. Her reaction was a disgusted.
Look how built my
so
character
gross.
is.
She
Like,
then
look.
proceeded to express her relief about never having to experience pregnancy. This put a damper on the moment, and unfortunately, her attitude didn't improve throughout my wife's pregnancy.
Alright, pause that. Alright. Alright, here you come, big dog. I try to hurry up and dodge.
I'm like somewhere halfway through this. Yeah, get to that. Mini dragon.
Like, I'm struggling with him, but I killed that actual dragon. Alright, let's get in there. Come on, dude. You can let him take the blunt. Run, 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 run! Lava, lava! Alright, I'm trying to force him to the second phase while I still got these people. His range is ridiculous. Follow him, follow him. First time, first time. No! Yes! Alright. Second phase? Yep. And I still got them. I hope y'all not getting hit by that. Watch out, that's a tricky move. Yeah, he's a little bit. Come on, come on. Got some distance. Oh, he two-handed. He took them both. No, he didn't. They almost dead. Both of them died. Yeah, his range is ridiculous. And he nearly one-taps me right there. Run, run!
Just I might take this.
Yeah, I'm not trying to lock on his head. And man, I'm tired of your bitch ass niggery right here. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Was born. She even threw a fit when my in-laws sent her a couple of baby pictures. She called my wife and demanded that we tell her parents not to send her anything because she didn't care about babies.
I'm not gonna use summons to go again soon.
You said what?
I'm not gonna use summons to go again soon. Just be by myself. Item.
Oh, I'm stupid. I forgot I had this thing.
I don't know that I have man, but I like.
Alright. So I can deal with his first phase pretty easily. It's the second phase that I'm struggling with.
She blamed us for shoving our baby down her throat. My wife has been rightfully upset about her behavior, but her parents believe she's just expressing herself and that we shouldn't take it personally. Things worsen when we allow her to move in with us temporarily. If my son cries, she loudly complains, saying things like, "Oh my God, shut him up. This is why I never want kids," and so on. Am I the asshole for bluntly suggesting my still seek therapy? Update. Follow up to bluntly suggesting my still seek therapy after her constant negative remarks about my child. She calls him annoying and needy, even making dramatic gagging noises when we feed him fruits. My wife firmly tells her to deal with it, but I find it incredibly disrespectful and negative toward my child. She always finds something to say about everything my son does, and I've had enough of the constant negativity. The final straw was when my son hit his head and started crying. Soliciting her opinion, she commented,
Being a strength build is so much fun.
"To yourselves." That's when I snapped at her.
Because you do so much damage. Oh God.
His family.
You killed him?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I got it. I don't have enough strength yet.
I'm just using my fist.
Okay, we got him hat.
Stunned him.
Yo, and we did a decent amount of damage. That his damage gonna go up.
Yeah, he's gonna be spam a lot.
200, 200. Alright. Oh, I didn't even realize that took damage.
He's gonna spend a lot of fire.
Yeah, and they just walking in it. Bro, like, y'all shouldn't die to that. No! Bro, I thought I was gonna die. Nice job, big ass lazy. I'm gonna make some boots out of you. May look like I'm running, guys, but no, I'm strategizing. We get him all in the open.
You know you might fight it while you're running.
Trying to get him out in the open. Oh my god. Aw, fuck you. Bro, let me do me!
You're literally just wasting your dang stamina.
Yeah, I know.
You trying to summon?
Yup! I don't care if they're
So
going.
waste the FP.
It doesn't matter. I need them to distract him.
You're gonna die instantly.
Correct, I just need distractions. Your sacrifice. Your sacrifice is. Sacrifice is recommended heavily.
You have to reset.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna have to get right under it, but I want him to use that move first.
He could just spam, you know,
He can spam that?
especially this. Yeah. Dude.
Oh, I'm finna throw my fucking controller.
But it's another to constantly vocalize such disdain. I also expressed my frustration with her incessant complaining while she freely consumes our food, all the while behaving like a child herself. I admit my words were harsh, and she didn't respond at the time. However, she later told my wife, who then informed her parents. Their reason for labeling me as an asshole is that I threatened her living situation, knowing she has nowhere else to go right now, and we are her only option. My wife supports me, which has triggered an argument with her parents. I understand she's still young and inexperienced, which is why I'm seeking an outside perspective on whether I was in the wrong. Update, follow-up to Bloody suggesting my still seek therapy. Am I the asshole? My wife forces me to fill her up and I'm really worried. I, 28, male, and my wife, Fiona, 25,
Alright.
female, have been together for quite a while and already have 2 children. For me, 2 children is more than enough. Quite frankly, I would have liked to have no children, but that ship has sailed and I can't do anything about that now. My only solace is that I have resolved to myself that I don't want to have any more children going forward. I've tried to have this conversation with Fiona. I swear it, I have tried. But every time I try to bring up the subject of children and how I don't want more, Fiona seems to get really agitated and upset. She tells me that she wants a large family with a lot of children and that she's always wanted that, and that I knew that when I married her, so I should have been prepared for that. And she's not wrong. I used to think I wanted a few children too, but I realize now that it was just culture and society telling me that that was my life's purpose and that I'd find joy and meaning in marriage and children, which was a bald-faced lie. She also seems fixated on this idea that children are a blessing from God and that if God wants us to have more children, then we will have more and that will be that. I know that she has a good heart, and maybe I'm in the wrong for being so selfish and not wanting more children, but I just cannot and do not want more. Recently, I've been choosing to limit lovemaking. Whenever I think Fiona might be close to her period, she doesn't tell me until after it starts. I'm also trying to reduce intimacy in general, unless we use protection, but she gets upset if I want to use it. She says that using it is not trusting the Lord. So I'm forced to either shut the whole night down or cave in and give her what she wants. I'm concerned that if we have another child, that it's going to damage me, our marriage, and my relationship with the current 2 children. I once saw a box of you-know-what in the trash when I took it out, that I had purchased specifically for intimate protection, and I sneakily rescued it and put the individually wrapped units back in the nightstand. I can't believe she would just do something like that. Normally she's good with communication, but maybe this is a sore spot for her. I confronted her about it, and she told me that I should never have bought them in the first place because we don't need them. I just feel trapped. I can't get a vasectomy either, because that also seems to be a gross violation of Fiona's religious views. I can't leave her because if I do, I'll be forced to pay out child support and I'll lose my good standing among all my friends and the broader community. And possibly even lose my job. I'm employed within a culture that frowns very heavily on divorce. I have healthy coping mechanisms in place, but over time, this stuff is just beginning to bother me. And I really don't want to have a 3rd child. I'm not prepared for this. My wife forces me to fill her up and I'm really, what's the most devious secret you share with a sibling? When my dad and stepmom started dating, my stepsister and I didn't really have much interest in each other as friends or otherwise. After a year, we got married and decided to take the family on a honeymoon to a fairly popular beach
I
for a
have no
week.
choice.
The vacation was a lot of fun. We did lots of beach things and got closer as a family, but my stepsister and I really hit it off. On the last night of the vacation, my stepbrother, stepsister, and I decided to watch a movie and we all fell asleep on the couch. I don't remember when, but my stepbrother went to bed and my stepsister and I started to cuddle. This lasted most of the night until we went to bed in the early hours of the morning, since we had to be up at 7 a.m. the next day. Just before,
Okay, I missed a hell of a lot
what's
in a
the
few
most devious
seconds.
secret you share with a sibling? When my dad and stepmom started dating, my stepsister and I didn't really have much interest in each other as friends or otherwise. After a year, they got married and decided to take the family on a honeymoon to a fairly popular beach for a week. The vacation was a lot of fun. We did lots of beach things and got closer as a family, but my stepsister and I really hit it off. On the last night of the vacation, my stepbrother, stepsister, and I decided to watch a movie and we all fell asleep on the couch. I don't remember when, but my stepbrother went to bed and my stepsister and I started to cuddle. This lasted most of the night until we went to bed in the early hours of the morning, since we had to be up at 7 a.m. the next day. Just before going to bed, I distinctly remember saying, "This never happened, right?" We hung out around the house a lot, talked all night, maybe little touches here and there. Over the course of a year, we started getting more and more intimate. In the early days, we got very close to being caught many times, but eventually got better. About 3 years ago, we went all the way for the first time. I lasted literally 10 seconds, and from then on we were like bunnies. Whenever we were together for a night, or whenever really, if I'm being honest, we would sleep together. At that time, we were really happy together. We talked about the awkward family Christmas 20 years from now. What would happen if our family found out, and even marriage? It was just like any other relationship between 2 people that loved each other, except that we couldn't tell anyone. About 4 months ago, I had to move away, and we started arguing about when I was leaving. We had a huge argument and ended the relationship. I thought I was ready, but I really wasn't. Every few weeks I would come home and visit and we would still hang out, but it was different. I don't know how to explain it. She moved on pretty well and had a boyfriend very soon after, which absolutely messed me up. I became depressed and clingy and all kinds of bad things, and since she was my best friend, I told her how I felt. One night while we were watching a movie, we started to get more and more handsy with each other and eventually kissed. She has huge issues against cheating, so she started crying and told her boyfriend. I was sitting inside and had no idea what to think. I decided that I couldn't hide this anymore and called my mom. I told her that she had to sit down for
Oh, I'm not ready for any of that information.
Wait, what?
Did you just hear? Okay, he was basically sleeping with his step sibling. And he's finna tell his mother.
I couldn't tell it.
He's finna. Going. Alright, let's go in.
so that she couldn't be mad. I cried my eyes out. It was really hard to do, but I told her. Thankfully, unlike the other side of my family, she was open-minded and supportive of me. And today is helping me through this. I kept visiting every few weeks, and we eventually started sleeping together again. I thought it would make me feel better, but it really didn't. It made everything worse. I felt like I was being used. After a few visits, I told her we had to stop because it was killing me. I just couldn't do it anymore. What's the most devious secret you share with a sibling?
Okay. Let's go make some boots out of this. Damn, what is it? Where's my money? Where's my money? Wait, hold up. Wait, right there, bro. Where's my money? Don't tell me I ain't pick. Don't tell me. Oh, okay. What did you say? Oh, I want.
Dad and stepmom started dating. I cream pied my teacher, myself, and a guy that I will call Frank.
Bro, wait. Hold up, bro. You can't just open up like that. Bro, did you hear that?
What?
Listen.
I cream pied my teacher.
You heard that? You heard that? You just can't. I'm just scrolling, bro. What? The actual hell. Okay.
Myself and a guy that I will call Frank have been charged in juvenile court. There was a widely hated teacher at the school. I will call him Mr. Bible that Frank and I attended.
Oh, he hit him with an actual cream pie. Okay, that's better. How was we supposed to know that?
What was the last straw that made you give up on your parents? I was basically an accident. When I was born, my siblings were a lot older, the youngest being 16. My parents were both 46. I was never abused in my childhood, but I was neglected and my entire family resented me. My parents didn't really think that they would get pregnant again, but here we are. I was never really looked after by anyone and basically had to raise myself. No one ever really spent any time with me or played with me or anything when I was a kid. They didn't ever buy anything significant for me and would just hand me my siblings' old clothes and things. I realized this as I got older, so I focused on myself. My thought process at the time was that there was something wrong with me because my siblings were loved by them. So, if I improved myself and did things for them, maybe then they would accept me and love me. I always got the best grades in school. My father was also a football enthusiast and played in high school, but I was a basketball lover. Despite this, I dropped the sport and took up football just to make him proud. I made sure I did all my chores readily, always kept my room clean, but nothing I did was ever enough for them. For example, if I was first in class in terms of test grades, my parents would ask me why I didn't get a higher score. They'd ignore the percentile but focused on the percentage, and things like that. My siblings or parents never even bothered to show up for a single game. I was never appreciated for what I was, only detested for what I wasn't. My siblings also did not allow me to hang out with them at any time at all. We celebrated my father's birthday yesterday. I am 16 today. My siblings do not live with us anymore, and my mother had to leave early and would not return till later in the evening. So it was just me and my dad for the day. I decided to serve him breakfast in his bed just as he woke up and bought him a tie for a present. It was nothing too extravagant cause I want to save as much money as possible for college, but it was definitely a smart one. I also cooked lunch for us and took care of all the chores. The most he could come up with was a pathetic thank you, and it was clear he wanted me to leave him alone, so I did just that. Later, we all went out, siblings included, to dinner. Just like every time before that, they all had a good time and I just sat in the corner. This has been the case with almost all family dinners we've ever attended. We went back home and I don't know why. I really don't know what triggered it. But for some reason I just started crying all of a sudden. Maybe it was them being so happy together. I don't know. When they asked me what happened, I just blew up at them and told them how I felt about my entire childhood. How they never showed me any kind of love and affection among other things. I don't know exactly what I said, but I do remember I ended it by saying that I wished that they had unalived me if they hated me so much or could have given me up for adoption so they could all live their lives without me. My eldest sister started to say something, but I just ran up to my room and closed the door. Then I went to sleep listening to some Hans Zimmer cause they just kept knocking at the door. Early this morning, I left my house by going out my window. I then went to a secluded spot that I often go to, usually to play some guitar or just pace around listening to music or just enjoy the sound of nature. It's 4:30 a.m. and I don't know what to do at all. How exactly do I tackle this problem? I have pretty much given up on my family and have spent enough of my time trying to please them. Do I still try to form any kind of bond with them? Do I completely drop them off? What exactly is
Oh, I didn't summon him.
the best thing to do here? What was the last straw that... What is the most insane way you've caught a partner cheating? I'm now happily married with 3 children and I regret absolutely nothing. But let me start at the beginning. This happened 12 years ago when I was with my ex-fiancée for 3 years. I had noticed that she was extremely controlling. She expected me to give every little detail of my day and tell her my schedule in advance.
That shouldn't have hit me. That's in the blackguard. Well, still got him. Yes, 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 yes! Come on, come on, come on! One more hit, one more hit! No! Mother!
Ain't no way.
Hello. I'm gonna delete this game. Lady, you can come back out. Lady.
Oh.
My dog got scared and ran in her cage.
I'm gonna see you didn't throw your controller.
You said what?
I said, I'm gonna see you didn't throw your controller.
I was fin to. But this my only.
That happens.
This my only good controller right now, so Oh, I was inches from launching it against the wall with full force. No holding back, just launching it. Lucky I just threw it on the bed. Actually, I'm gonna take a breather because I'm straight. Like he was on one, he was literally one more hit, and I would have killed.
At all, she would get very upset. She blamed it on just having bad feelings and paranoia from PF30. What's the most insane way you've caught a partner cheating? I'm now happily married with 3 children and I regret absolutely nothing. But let me start at the beginning. This happened 12 years ago when I was with my ex-fiancée for 3 years. I had noticed that she was extremely controlling. She expected me to give every little detail of my day and tell her my schedule in advance. If I deviated from that at all, she would get very upset. She blamed it on just having bad feelings and paranoia from past relationships where she was cheated on. I had never once cheated on her or given her a reason to act like that. It felt wrong for my fiancée who acted in such a controlling way. Now here's where it gets juicy. After she asked for my schedule to make plans, since mine tends to be busier, I noticed she was texting someone. In my line of work, if I put in over 40 hours, I can take time off whenever I want, as long as I get the work done later. I was very good friends with her brother, and we still are to this day. We laugh about this whole situation, and he brings it up to remind her. I messaged him saying I wanted to do something special for her, a surprise a bit earlier than our anniversary. He kindly let me know her work schedule, since they worked at the same place. That's where I noticed a discrepancy. Without my knowledge, she had been skipping overtime. She worked 12-hour shifts Monday through Friday, except Wednesdays when she only worked a half day. She had
No
started taking
way,
full
he was
Wednesdays off
one
around the
hit and
time
I
she had self-control.
died.
Luckily, I had accrued leisure time
You're
at
fighting the
work,
same
so I
dragon I'm
arranged to
fighting?
take that Wednesday off. A few days later, it was Wednesday.
No,
I
who
put
you
on my
fighting?
work clothes and left.
I'm a pause stream. And I'm just gonna listen to some music. I don't want to, get my stream taken down or copyrighted. So I'm gonna mute myself. Cause I really need to take a break right now. Cause ain't no way I'm finna kill nigga. And his fucking lava killed me. Okay, I'm back. Hello.
Hmm?
I'm back. I just got
Oh,
done.
while you're gone, I beat more gods. Now I gotta go to the snow place.
I listened to the Tokyo Ghoul intro. I listened to the Tokyo Ghoul intro and the Fire Force intro.
You did all that
Yeah,
just to calm down.
and read a whole page of something I was reading. I came back and finally read it, but okay. I'm gonna be real with you. If I die here, I'm ending the stream.
This is a possibility.
So whenever this go up, you better like and subscribe. Thank you very much.
So if only you summoned me.
You tell me that now? I could have summoned you before I walked in here.
Yeah.
And he's coming on that. He never came on that side. Damn, like I already died in here. No, no, no! See, I'm a man of my word.
Can you download Call of Duty?
You said what? What'd you say?
Oh shoot.
Oh, do you want me to summon you?
Huh?
I said, did you want me to summon you?
Let me get to the snippets.
Okay, because if not, I'm finna end it here. Because I
Oh,
just
you
died
died
again.
already?
Yes! I'm finna go back.
This game is not that hard.
I know he's not that hard. I almost killed him. So you just gonna let me fight Radon and
Because I
Melina
am
by
streaming
myself?
as well.
Oh, you're gonna let me fight Radon and Melina Melina. What's her name? You're gonna let me fight Radon by myself, huh?
He's not that hard either. Actually, I forgot to fight him on this.
Alright, I'm gonna fight him before one last time. And then I'm gonna wait for you and then something. But yeah. Lava. I'm in lava.
Magma.
Why would
Oh,
I
well.
kill to be a lava bender right now? Oh, crap, he almost won that. Hey, who's trying to kill them? I need to hurry up and do my damage. Kill one. Fucking dickhead, bro.
Treasury is coming.
Yeah. Magma. You damn straight I'm gonna hit and run. Damn straight I'm gonna hit and run.
Oh, lazy.
Okay, run. I need to run. Big body bitch! Literally, as I'm running away, bro, he do a sweep and hits me. I don't even, hold on.
Alright, I'm done.
You there? Okay, I'm gonna... How long I've been live? For like an hour or so? Yeah, 2 hours now. Oh, hold on, let me... Back active. I just realized I can't invite you.
What do you mean?
I don't have gold.
No, I don't think you can go.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, it won't let me invite because I don't have gold. That is so stupid. I really just want to make some rod. I want some rods or something, some effect I can put on it. Here you go again.
That's a dragon ability.
Yeah, I do got dragon heart. I don't have enough strength for it yet. It's weird for him to come over here. Yeah, guys, don't run into the lava. What was my chiqui I had? And I walked into the lava. Stop! Ah, fuck. when I walked in.